zone is like. Probably not as colorful.
Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to a brand new LEGO Dimensions video. And today, finally, my goodness, I honestly thought that I would never ever own this figure. Supergirl is now on the Blitzwinger team. So welcome to the Blitz Army, Supergirl. And of course, if you guys are psyched about the Supergirl showcase, don't forget to drop a like. My goodness, this figure is, of course, now actually available, a part of the PlayStation Year 2 starter packs, which sounds a little bit confusing, but essentially for Year 2 of LEGO Dimensions, they re-released the starter pack along with this figure as a pack-in exclusive on the PlayStation side of things. Now again, keep in mind, they have kind of started to tippy-toe and warm up to the idea that they would consider to release the figure at some point in the future as well, maybe as a team pack with like Green Arrow, or maybe a fun pack or something along those lines. I would love to see that. I think that would be incredible. But for the time being, the fact that we have a way to own Supergirl is pretty fantastic. The fact that before this, she was only available through convention exclusives and such, now you have a way to pick her up, especially if you have not picked up the game. Then it's a really win-win situation. If you're like, hey, I want to pick up the game, and let's say you own a PlayStation, of course, ideally, you can get the game, the Supergirl minifigure, and of course enjoy the both of them. So today, essentially what we're going to do is we're just going to take a look at the character. We're going to see what she has to offer in terms of abilities. We're going to see what she can do. I'm pretty sure that obviously she's going to be very similar as far as the ability set goes to Superman in terms of the, heat vision, and therefore being able to melt gold Lego objects. We're going to be able to fly really fast. We're going to have super strength and so on and so forth. So there is obviously going to be some overlap with Superman, but that's perfectly understandable. However, this figure does have one component that's going to be very different to Superman's, and I'm really, really super duper excited to find out what she looks like once she, let's just say, gets the rage on, and then she goes rage mode, engage mode. So we'll see that in a moment. So for now, as you can see, of course, the figure itself looks fantastic. I think they nailed it. I think she looks really, really great. I'm pretty sure that this is either exactly the same design that they use in LEGO Batman 3, or there is a couple of things that are different. I think it might be that the boots are different, and also possibly the hairpiece is different than the one that we saw in LEGO Batman 3. Other than that, obviously a pretty similar design for Supergirl. However, there's nothing wrong with it. I think they nailed it. I think the shades and everything looks great, and they did a good job with like the skirt and all the little details that are specific to Supergirl. You obviously heard her already deliver her one line there, so there are some idle animations that she will deliver every now and then, so keep that in mind as well. And then, of course, ladies and gents, let's get to flying. All right, so first and foremost, of course, we can fly around very quickly at that, so that is fantastic. Super happy that we have got that ability to us, or for Supergirl. And I want to test something out. I want to see if we can go ahead and melt this right up here. Okay, this is turning out to be a lot more difficult than I had anticipated. Oh, there we go. Okay, we just need to get a little bit of a better angle at this. There we go. All right, so there we go. So we can indeed use our heat vision to melt stuff down, such as the gold Lego object. So that is obviously something that is available to us, understandably so. And that is super duper sweet. Very happy that that was something that they did obviously keep and allowed Supergirl to have. So obviously we would need a magician to interact with that crate for the time being. Now, the one thing I'm actually really intrigued by is to find out whether or not, she can go underwater. Because from what I recall, Superman was able to swim underwater, and yes, Supergirl, just like Superman, is able to swim underwater. So that is fantastic, because that obviously means that she has that extra little bit of abilities that will now be added to her roster of already pretty incredible set of abilities. So I'm really, really glad that we have that available. Oh, look at that. That's right. So good line delivery there. From Supergirl. I think that's pretty awesome. It's really cool that she kind of like has a little bit of banter that she'll deliver every now and then as you're just flying around and just messing around throughout the world. The other cool thing is that you might have noticed right there is that we can actually walk into stuff. So since we have like super strength, just like Superman, we can destroy stuff just by touching it like that. So that's pretty fantastic, because it makes things a lot easier, and if you need to collect studs, you can just bump into stuff like this and it saves you a bunch of time. Plus, if you're flying, or of course you're swimming even underwater, you can go ahead and bump into stuff and destroy it that way as well. So a pretty awesome set of abilities already. Now, since we are underwater, and I wanted to test this out first underwater because I'm actually interested to see if it works. Look at that guy. He's stuck. Okay, let's take a look at this fella. What's up with you, dude? Okay, I don't want to be mean, but you're not moving, buddy. Have you noticed that? I'm not sure if anybody has told you, but you're not moving, like at all. Like, you're not moving, not even a little bit. All right, he's really not giving up, though, so got to give him some credit for that. All right, so for the time being, though, of course, let's find out the cool thing about Supergirl. So unlike Superman, where it's just Superman, you place him onto the toy pad, yeah, it's cool. He's Superman, obviously an iconic character and very important, but for example, he can't turn into like Red Sun Superman, or he can't turn into Yellow Lantern Superman as he was in the Injustice comic book series, or he can't become, I don't know, a Superboy or something like that. But the cool part about Supergirl that they added, which I love, and I hope they continue to do this, I really, really, truly do hope that they continue to do this for the other figures down the line, is that she can become a Red Lantern. Look at that change animation. Look at the face animation change. How awesome is that? The fact that her expression changes instantaneously. She becomes a lot more enraged, which of course, that is the whole idea of the Red Lantern. She's got a new idle animation where she uses the Red Lantern ring to power up. Look at her outfit. It is tremendously awesome looking, and I absolutely love the way that they nailed the face as well. I think it looks so much cooler with the rage and everything, because it would have been very easy for them to just give her the outfit and not really change the expressions and just keep the expressions as they were, but they didn't do that. They go ahead and actually distinctly made her different in terms of like her actual character even changes, because now she's in rage mode, engage mode, so she's not a particularly happy camper at this point. So that's fitting. That's what the Red Lanterns are. They're about rage, so it fits perfectly with the character, and I think they absolutely nailed it. Like, seriously, it looks so very, very, very good. It looks absolutely awesome sauce. Now, before we depart this showcase, there's one more thing that I want to check out, and that is to see what the character looks like in one of the more cartoony realms. So like one of the worlds like The Simpsons or Scooby-Doo. So let's do that right now. Alrighty, ladies and gents, so here we are in the Scooby-Doo realm, and as you can see, the character looks absolutely beautiful in the cel-shaded look. I absolutely love the way that this turns out. I think it looks fantastic, but of course, I have to say this looks even cooler, because I think that the lines around the edges and everything kind of brings the character even more to life, and she seriously looks like something that has just been ripped straight out of the comic book. Like, I really, really do like it quite a bit. Now, before we head into a little bit of a battle, because obviously you want to see her fight and take on some foes and see what kind of combos she has and some moves and such, I will go ahead and actually remove her from the toy pad right now, so you could hear her return and backing animation. So you heard her right there as Red Lantern.
Whatever. Time for another adventure.
So as you can see, two very different attitudes. One, when she leaves as the Red Lantern, she's not particularly happy, but when she returns as regular Supergirl, she's just a-okay. Now, before we wrap it up here, I do want to go ahead and leave as Supergirl as well. Let's see what she says now.
52 things to do today. I'll be back
52?
soon, I promise.
You know what that's a reference to? The New 52! So that makes sense. Well, kind of, considering now that DC Comics has gone through a rebirth, it doesn't really make sense anymore. But nonetheless, ladies and gents, let's get to a little bit of fighting, because we want to see obviously what Supergirl has to offer in terms of her fighting skills and combos and such in the game. It's time to get into the fight, right guys? Let's see what this rage mode is like.
Due to a Red Lantern-powered Supergirl.
So by the way, as you can see, she delivers unique lines to her Red Lantern form versus her regular Supergirl form. So if we transform to Supergirl, she will not be delivering the same line. The cool thing is that we do have some really sweet combos right here. So we've got the spinny combo, and then the super spinny combo right there. Now, I do want to test out the combos in Red Lantern form, because I'm actually wondering if they're exactly the same or not. That's something that I actually would like to see. Oh, they're not! Look at that! She creates like a different... Oh, that's really cool. She creates a construct. How awesome is that? All right, so let's see what our other combo is. Ouch. Okay, no, we do not need that info, please. There we go. So we can fire away a blast from the ring, which is super cool. That is definitely quite neato. And then our other combo is, whoa, giant boxing gloves. Get out of here. Do not mess with Red Lantern Supergirl. By the way, notice how when she's actually using the rage and everything, her eyes actually turn red. Like, that is pretty awesome. I love that tiny little detail, but it is there, and that is super duper cool to see. So very, very awesome for sure. So with that in mind, ladies and gents, there you have it. I hope that you guys enjoyed the showcase for the Red Lantern Supergirl. She is absolutely spectacularly awesome. Well, I probably shouldn't say Red Lantern Supergirl, even though this is probably going to be the main version of her that I will be playing as, because honestly, we've gotten to play as Lego Supergirl before in like Lego Batman 3 and such. But Red Lantern Supergirl, that's a new character, and that is super duper awesome to actually have her join not only Lego Dimensions, but of course, just the overall Lego Games realm. So, with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, of course, drop a like if you enjoyed today's video, and also let me know in the comments section below what other showcase would you like to see next. Thanks all for watching, guys. I'll see you guys later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.